Okay, so let's recap what we did in the last video. We've created a folder and it stores a single Python file called adder, and the suffix for a Python file is .py. Now inside of this Python file, we have a single function called add. And the add function takes in 2 arguments, and what we then do is we set a variable called result, which is the sum of these 2 arguments, and then we print the result. Now let's assume that this is the only function we have in this file. In reality, a module will contain many useful functions, but we'll use this one for now. So if we wanted to use this useful function in other code files, how can we do this? Well, we can import modules in another file. So the way we do this is by using the import keyword. So let's open up a Jupyter notebook within the same folder location where we've saved our adder.py file, and at the top we will write import and then we will put the name of the module. In this case it's called adder. So we can put import adder. Now you should note here that this does not import the names of the functions that are defined in the adder file. It only imports the module name adder within this file. So let me explain what I mean by this. In order to use the functionality from the adder module, we would need to type adder and then place a dot. This is utilizing dot notation, which we've seen previously, but what this will enable us to do is now access the add function inside of this file. So if I put .add and then open a set of parentheses, I'm able to pass in 2 arguments. So let's put in 5, 10, and when we run this, you can see that we get 15 printed to the screen, just like we expected. Now this is obviously a very simple example, but if you think about what we've done here, we've centralized our function in a separate file, and this file can contain many functions. When we want to leverage a specific function, we simply need to import that module and then we can call upon it. It saves us having to rewrite the same function definitions over and over again, meaning we get to stick to our dry principle. Now Python has loads of standard modules that you can leverage. Now where you installed Python, you will be able to find all the files and modules that you can leverage within the lib directory. And these modules can be imported the same way as we import our user-defined modules. Now here we've seen an example of how we can import a module and then use it in our script. In the next few videos, we'll explore multiple ways that we can import modules and how this impacts the syntax that we need to use when calling the functions.